good share in the party slate vote for parties other than the DPP and the KMT. And 1/3 is basically what they got, and that's a lot. And it's especially a lot when you consider that there's a good chance you're throwing your vote away if you vote for a minor party. So Taiwan doesn't have the redistribution of votes, so it probably is going away, and only 2 parties cleared the threshold, the fairly high 5% threshold for seats in the party slate, other than the 2 major parties, of course. And so, how should we read that? It is, to my mind, remarkable that that many people voted that way. Shelley, I know you have views on this.
Yeah, I think what we may be seeing is a kind of, maybe the political science word for it is de-alignment. People stepping back from traditional parties or big parties in order to look for somebody who better represents precisely their preferences, or as a protest against the major parties, a way of saying, I know that you got to govern because, you have to be big in order to form a majority and govern, but don't think that we are enthusiastically behind every single thing you do. So the 2 parties that got a significant chunk of votes in the party list, the TPP, the Taiwan People's Party, is a kind of, it's hard to pin them down where they stand relative to the KMT and the DPP ideologically. The New Power Party, the NPP, is definitely kind of the flank of the DPP. But both of these parties' performance seemed like a kind of rejection of the major parties. So I think the major parties need to figure out, do we need to reabsorb these preferences, or do we need to make coalitions with smaller parties, or do we need to just kind of allow this part of the legislature to inform the debate, but not necessarily drive our decision-making? I think for the KMT, a concern will be, are we going to be supplanted by one of the smaller parties? That was a concern for the DPP in 2016 and 2018. But I actually think it's very hard to develop a new brand in politics, and DPP and KMT are really good brands. So still, I have seen a lot of energy to renovate the KMT brand rather than to give up on it and just, try to find a third way, another party outside. So I think they're important, but I don't think we're likely to see a third force or a third party replacing DPP and KMT. And they haven't reached the point where their support is necessary for the DPP to govern. So the DPP has the votes in the legislature to govern on its own, at least for ordinary legislation.
Thanks, Shelley. And now we'll turn to our audience. Ms. Jones.